Hey ho, folks, and welcome to this. I was in the mood for some Minecraft, and I felt like, hey, why don't I turn this into a nice little side series, sort of like how we've got Final Fantasy XIV, yeah? I chose Bedrock specifically because of one of the resource packs I like to use, and because of achievements. So, hey. But, you know, for now, it really sucks to see that for some reason the games that I was thinking of playing for today just didn't work for it, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just do this instead. That's not me saying I don't like Minecraft or something, I love it, but you get what I mean though, right? We'll call it Stream It then, to follow the title of the other things. Player access invites. Cheats, no. Resource packs. Here. Okay. So, yeah. Basically, I just wanted to you know, sort of just like have, I don't know, just a nice little thing going on here. Hang out, play a game I like, you know, stuff like that. Anyhow, crack your knuckles, drink your water, which I might need to refill here in a bit. Yeah, I'll have to refill that in a few minutes. Make sure everything's spick and span and all that shite. At least I think all my world stats are already set up well. I'm just brushing something off here real quick. Hold on. There we go. There. Set that down. And let's go. So, if you're wondering why I specifically picked Bedrock, it came down to the fact of the actions and stuff mod here, and like, I don't know, it's just easier to track things. It's like, oh, well, I want to make sure I did the achievements and stuff like that. It's like, well, here we go. And not to mention, you actually get some rewards for some of them too, which is like, that's neat. I can't deny it, that's neat. Otherwise, yeah. In case you're wondering why I didn't go with Final Fantasy 14 today, I'll be honest, I was just like, I'll do that different time. I'll do that Saturday, and then next Tuesday it'll be either Persona or Shadow Labyrinth, depends on what I can get to work. What the hell is this? What kind of a spawn is that? Either Shadow Labyrinth or Persona tomorrow, whichever works. What the fuck? Got a good spot to mine and stuff. It goes all the way down to fucking Deep Slate here. What the hell? This game is gonna love fucking with me today, huh? Just because I'm live. God damn it, man. What the hell is this, dude? I can't think of a worse spawn. Especially because I put things on like the bonus chest and stuff, so it's like, where the fuck are we on a mountain? I think we're on a mountain. Oh, god damn it. Look, at least we got 4 of those. Anyhow, how's everybody doing today, huh? You doing good? You doing bad? You doing otherwise? Here to just hang out, or what? Because I'm stuck dealing with this. I gotta find where the hell I am, get my bearings. Because this is nuts. Pumpkin. Pumpkin. Cat. Pumpkin. 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 Hold the fuck up, did I? Come here. Come here, you. Pumpkin. I spawned in the ice spikes. Isn't that one of the rarest biomes other than like the mushroom biome? Pumpkin. You just want attention, huh? Thanks for the kiss. Aw. Go get him. Huh. There's gotta be, like, some other way out of, you know, here. I want something good. I want, like, a good plains biome or something, you know what I mean? I don't want to be in fucking ice spikes. Oh my god, it's everywhere. Oh my god. It's fucking everywhere. Well, I am gonna need like a piece of sand for my cactus that I got from the chest. What is this bullshit? Okay, well, there's gotta be some way out of this stupid biome so I can get to somewhere nice. It's gotta be, right? Because I don't want to be here. I want to be in a better biome that isn't the fucking ice spikes. Oh, Lord. I can't tell if this is a good spawn that I got shafted here or a bad one. Here it is. Because, like, you do get some cool stuff. Yeah. But, fuck you, man. Got a golden apple, gold nuggets, the wheat, gold. Brew stand. If I remember right. Give me that. At least I think I remember it right on how to cure these idiots. And now we wait. I don't really need all the carpet. Screw that. I'll just go back up a sec. He'll be done in a minute. Why is my mouse not locked? That's something I noticed. My mouse isn't exactly locked to the screen in this game, and it's really fucking with me. At least I don't need to craft a lot of shit. I could just sort of, oops, steal it and go. There. You done yet? No, he's just shaking. I should probably take this. This can actually be useful. God, the inventory's such a hodgepodge. It's like when you start a modded world and it looks like shit at first. Because you don't have like a backpack or something, so you're just left there like, well, I guess I'm carrying all this shit. And I don't have a sword. Well, how far underground are we? Oh. Sure. Teeny little cave system. I guess we have found a mini cave. good to good to know. I don't know, man. I'll just mine out enough to get enough for furnace, pickaxe, maybe just mine this pickaxe out. That might be for the best. Just get rid of it. Oop, like this gravel. Oh shit. Right. The recipe, or no, not the recipe, the texture packs now look really weird. Of course they do. Still not done? We've got all the time in the world, buddy. All 2 hours. 2 hours of time, never mind. Pumpkin. 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 Cat. I got my iron. It's the perfect amount for a pick. It really is. I kind of just want to do that right away, but at the same time I want to save what I've got. But it's right there. The temptation. And the sitting there and waiting for this idiot to get done with it already thing. Oh, whatever. He'll be done eventually, and I think it'll still hand me the achievement because I've cured him. It counts. Anyways. Wow, a whole great fucking first day in this new world where we're stuck in the stupid ice spikes biome. Only good thing about it so far is that we found a village and we did that. Yippee. I don't want to be in the ice spikes. I want to get out of this stupid biome. How the fuck did that happen? Did he jump up on something? How did you get out of there? It's fences. That's how fences work. Whatever. What y'all got in here, huh? Well, hello. How do you... What? Oh. Oh, I get it. Let's just stuff a ton of shit in here. Okay, so I'm now understanding how useful those are. I suddenly get it. I thought they sucked arse, but you know, I kind of get it now. Let's get a few. And I'll yoink your furnace. You got plenty more. What you got? What sort of... Oh, beetroot? Really? The most useless seed? If you could at least give me something else to work with here, buddy. God damn it. It's a leather worker. Good to know. Good to know. Sticks for an emerald. Well, that's not the worst. I guess I can do it. Hand it over. And an emerald for 16 arrows. That's actually a good deal. Wild thing to say. when talking about Minecraft villager trades, but somehow 16 emeralds, or 16 arrows for a single emerald, or rather the other way around, that's not bad. Meanwhile, I'll take all these. You can have that one. Great. Call it stealing, call it thieving, call it whatever. It's fair game to me. There's a second bundle. Oh, buddy old pal. I didn't understand your game bundle. But I do now. And I'm liking it. Let's go with the blue. Blue bed is better design. Pumpkin. 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 Yes. Yes. Oh, wheat. Kitty pumpkin. I got at least one wood. Screw it. Ain't got nothing better to use it with. Pumpkin. Pumpkin. You want attention, and yet you don't come close to me so I can pet you. Pumpkin. I wouldn't be surprised if she's just fully audible in my microphone. So you're all just hearing meow, 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 meow. Nothing entirely wrong with that, though. I like my kitty. She's certainly picked me over all the rest of the family, which is funny. She really has, too. She hangs out in my room 90% of the time. Fuck off. She just sort of, hangs with me all the time. And apparently when I'm at work, she yells because she's like, no, he's not here. Still can't do anything with these stupid tables. For some reason, why can we not do anything with Fletcher tables? It's so dumb. Anyway, it's time to keep going on, because eventually I'll get somewhere where I can do things. Make a home. Oh, fuck off. Emeralds. And when I make a place that I can live, then it'll be finally able to start doing shit in Minecraft. But instead, we're stuck here. I mean, at least I've gotten a good stack of food. Ooh! And a smoker. Now I don't need it. Now I don't need to worry about crafting any of the other things. I've got a bed already. What does it matter to me? Cow? Well, I don't have leather. Okay, I've got a piece of leather. So, when did the animals in snowy biomes get fluffy? I don't quite remember that one. Like, is that a new update? Has it been around for a while? Because I do not remember ever seeing that. Or have I just been, like, really, really out of the goddamn loop when it comes to Minecraft or something? Like, am I missing something? Or Or is this just like a part of the texture pack? Well, not texture pack. Part of the resource pack, whatever you want to call it, to make things better animated that I have. I'm gonna assume it's a part of my animation pack thing that I have here, instead of it being something that's natively in the... Oh my god, it just keeps going. I just want to find a normal biome. I don't want to be stuck in this shitty ice spikes. Please, game. I would rather start a place up here so that way we can get going on our Minecrafting here with the chat. But no, I'm stuck running through a stupid biome, avoiding drowned with spears, because why the hell not? When I just want to go do other things. Act. Sounded like a villager myself there, just It sucks that there's some achievements that require you to do things online. Like, imagine, especially in this world of modern gaming annoyance bullshit, where it's like you don't have access to online. And you might go like, oh, that's weird, why would you not? Well, Nintendo requires you pay a subscription to go online. PlayStation requires it. Xbox requires it. So, it's not that outlandish to think that somebody just wouldn't want to pay for that crap. I mean, I'm a sucker for playing things like Kirby Air Riders online, so I'm feeding the problem slightly. But like, still, it's very reasonable to assume that somebody wouldn't have access to online nowadays, especially on consoles. On PC, well, okay, you're pushing the mic if you don't have online on your computer. But on anything else, yeah, that's fair. Are we gonna find anywhere, like, anywhere decent? Because this is getting a little bit insane. It's been a half an hour, dudes. I've been stuck in these stupid ice spikes for half an hour so far. I just want to find a normal place. I know there's probably at least someone out there like, what the hell are you doing? Ice spikes is a great biome. Why are you trying to leave it? And shit like that. But I'm just like, no. No, let me go. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. This place sucks. Okay, cartography table. That's okay. Oh my god. A third one. A second village I found, and I've... Yeah, screw it. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Guy's selling an iron sword for 19 fucking emeralds. Is he insane? So bundles are a lot more useful than I thought. I was like, wow, they can only hold, like, one thing. Great. But I was just using them wrong, apparently. Oh, hey, grindstone. Give me that. That'll be useful. Oh, it's potatoes. I got plenty of them. I don't have wheat. So I will go steal their wheat. Ah! Get these. Get these. Pardon me. Wheat inspector coming through. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah. They'll buy it. Pumpkin. 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 No more conversation topics? Nothing pressing your mind? Alright. Yes. Yes, pumpkin. Okay. Kitty noises. Pumpkin seeds. I got 1 pumpkin already, so that means I have 4 seeds. I got you. Hi. Gonna meow for the audience? No? I'm pretty sure the audience can hear you anyways, Pumpkin. You are not a quiet cat. Despite how much you might think you are. Well, thankfully you don't land with a thud like Milo. Yeah, because I have no idea what kind of cats our cats are. Like, Pumpkin, she's a black cat with white on her, so I don't know if that makes her a tuxedo cat or something else. Then we've got Milo, who's this big, huge, fluffy fur ball. My mom thinks he's a Maine Coon, and I'm just willing to go with it because I don't know otherwise. And then we got Gizmo, who's like, she's black, but she's got a little bit of white and a little bit of brown. And she's got like brown stripes on her back, and she's insane. When I say Gizmo's an insane cat, I really do mean it. Like, it'll just be like a chill, relaxed time in the house, and then we'll just hear shh, and she's just running across the floor. Claws just da 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 da. And we're just like, what the fuck, Gizmo? We're trying to relax. Oops. Looks like spruce is gonna be my main building material now. Not that I mind. Spruce is actually an okay wood. You know what would be a hell of a tier list to make? Like, we just go ahead and just make like a Minecraft wood tier list based purely off of the planks and like the various things you can make out of them. Because I get the feeling that like oak wood is S tier. Easily, oak wood is S tier. Maybe S plus even. Spruce, I'd have to say, is probably good A tier. Birch is also a good like S tier for a little bit of lighter accents. Dark oak, I think that's probably A tier material. That's probably S tier material, actually. Yeah, S tier. Acacia wood, you know, the orange shit. Yeah, no, that's D tier. That's D tier. They had this recently, this like mangrove stuff, which I think is like it's like dark reddish. I haven't used it in any building yet, so I can't really describe it too well because I don't know what it's like. But just judging off of what I've seen, I'd kind of have to say maybe C tier. I feel like it could be nice for a good dark wood, but I'd need to figure it out more. What's next? Then there's definitely what's another one? You know, I could make a mountain base. Maybe. Another one would probably be, cherry wood. Cherry wood, yeah. Cherry's nice. I like the pink, but I don't think it can be used in too much. Like, really, it kinda can't. Kinda can, kinda can't. Like, it's nice, but it feels like you have to be going for, like, a lighter house. Like, you have to be going to, like, birch and cherry or, like, oak and cherry or something like that. It's not something that you just use plainly, I feel. But hey, look at that. We finally made it out of these stupid ice spike biomes. God. Look, I just need at least one of these, because then I can plant it, and then we'll be good. Now I can finally start making a base. I can already see a good vision, honestly. I can honestly genuinely see like a good idea for one right over there. They connected along those floating bits and like going around it. That could be really goddamn awesome. Hold on, we're going over there. Finally, after 37 minutes, we made it out of this stupid ice spikes and into normal biome city where we can actually do things and don't have to worry about bullshit. Fuck. Took long enough. Took long enough, man. Yes, sir. Finally. We've got plenty of room to do things, too. Oh, hi, Dolphin. Like, you can definitely make something cool right around there with all those floating block bits. And then, like, what's around it? What's going on around this place? Oh, perfect. Plainsy stuff all over. Oh, hell yeah. We got ice spikes over there, plain stuff over here. Ooh, we can make something awesome. There's even some swamp there. Like, dude, this is awesome, actually. But yeah, I've got a good idea. It involves me getting up here and having the proper amount of wood to do stuff. Because I'm thinking, like, right over there. Ow. So, I could do something there, but now I'm thinking about it, the climb up and down might get a little, nah. Maybe something in, like, here? Yeah, I could, like, incorporate these into this. That could be interesting. Like, I'm gonna have to definitely stop and think about things a little bit. But I do think we found ideal spots. I really do. This is what I like about Minecraft. It's the fantasy of being able to own your own fucking house. That's it. Nothing special, just owning a house. Maybe we could do something with all that. And then have, like, farmland below with, like, glass looking down on it. That could work. Or maybe just right up in there. Like, I dig into the mountainside a little bit and I, like, work along the corner. Yeah. Get out of here, sheep. Pumpkin. Now, where's the saplings? God damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we put that there. And I pick these back up. And load them back in. Potatoes were in there. Of course they were. Let's load all of the plant shit in here. Alright. Let's not. Get out of here. If you could drop some iron, that'd be... Aww. Okay, inventory's looking clean. Pumpkin. Playing with my shoelaces. Make sure the bed's set. Because I'm probably gonna die going around and doing shit up here. Oh, that's alright. It didn't blow a giant hole in everything. Okay. So, if I can describe my vision in any way, it's something like maybe around here to like around here. We have something like going like from there to here and like making this like a good platform type area. If that makes sense. Where like you can go down here via some stairs, or maybe we can make like a ladder going down here so you can explore over there. And then I'm gonna be able to like take a lot of dirt and stuff that I've gathered up and just like make this all green again. I think that could genuinely work and look really nice. Oh, the spruce tree's already grown. Yeah. I've already gotten the ideas a-flowing. Oh, shit. I better make a shovel, actually. Because I'm gonna be getting rid of a lot of all this gravel. Like, a lot. Yeah, see, something like that. And then, like, this is a part where you can, like, go down this way, and it's just, like, a little landing of sorts. My favorite part of Minecraft. No way, it's Roblox. God damn it, man. Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one there. No way, it's Roblox. Fuck you. Oh shit. That was a really good one there, dude. God damn it, man. You can tell it's a really good one because I'm still giggling about it. Fuck. Well, once I get more wood, I can continue on, or it's like this. But I've got a good plan, at least. Oops. I'll have to fix that. Oh, jeez. Jesus. Anyhow. How's it all going then, chat? You doing good? Fuck. Do good, do bad, otherwise, anything going on? Jesus. I can like hollow out here, a little bit here, make it look nice. Oops. Yeah. Like I said, this is my favorite part of Minecraft, building shit. Really have that? You did. That got me good, dude. That got me good because it's just out of nowhere, just like, no way, is that Roblox? Is the first thing I see in the chat, and I'm just like, dude. Oh, lordy. I'll just set this up here as a temporary inventory dump. No, put it all away. I never realized how good these were in base Minecraft because I'm used to how they do it in modded Minecraft where they make him better. I just slap them in here. Now I gotta get more wood, preferably of a few different types, at least 2. Could probably make some good jungle wood accents with this. Like mostly out of spruce, like nice accents. Yeah, that could work amazingly. My favorite damn part of this. Always coming up with a cool base and just being like, yeah, sure, I might be the only one who sees it, but I don't care. Well, unless I'm live streaming it, obviously. But like if I'm playing alone, well, then, of course, I'm going to be the only one who sees it. I'm going to be like, yeah, yeah. Ooh, I almost fell. Bedrock equals minus R. That's very fair. Like I said at the start, the only reasons I'm playing Bedrock is purely because of actions and stuff. You know, the mod that gives things nice animations, because I don't know how to fucking put that on Java edition, but I wish I did, because then I'd be doing that. And for achievement tracking, and that's it. That's it. There is no other reasons. You just use a texture pack. I know, but well, I don't know how to put texture packs on Java either, so I'm really not savvy with how that stuff works. I downloaded mods by putting them in the files like once, and then I was like, oh god. Then they came out with that CurseForge thing, and I've just been using that instead. Like, I will gladly go and look on CurseForge real quick. Hell, I'm doing that right now. I'll look on it to see if like any resource packs or whatever are around that I could use, because there is. It's really nice. But if there's not, then that sucks. Yeah. Browse. Hurry it up. Damn CurseForge. Seriously, stop lagging, CurseForge. It's not hard to load up what is essentially a browser menu. Like how is this hard? Come on. Come on! Oh my god. Hurry it up. I need to check the logs and all that to make sure I could actually see what stuff there is, because it'd be really cool to have things like that. Resource packs? Shaders. Worlds? Fuck off, man. I should have just paused. I really don't know why they decided to make these two versions of Minecraft so different. Whether one of them sucks ass and the other one doesn't. Really? A whole lot of nothing. That's nuts. There isn't even texture packs here on the launcher. That's fucking wild. There's no texture packs, no nothing. It's just like, oh, do you want mods, resource packs, or data packs? And that's it. Jesus. Why is your name that old Xbox stuff? Why the fuck are you here? Back when I mainly used my Xbox before I got my PC, that was my gamer tag, and I just sort of been like, yeah, no, I'll just keep that. I don't feel like changing it. Give me leather. It's not leather. That's. I just never felt like shifting it around, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good with keeping it as is. Hell, I don't even use my Xbox much anymore. I use my PS5 mostly. And my Switch 2, and my PC. Well, obviously the PC, because, I mean, I'm using it right now. So, you know. Just old stuff. If that's even old. Well. No, that's pretty old. Yeah, it's from a few years ago. That's pretty old. Whatever. You know Terraria Calamity mod? You ever heard of that? I'll just ask. Has anyone in the chat heard of that? I even played it a bit on an old stream of mine. By old, I mean probably like a year ago. Because something that I keep thinking about is like, why the hell doesn't somebody make a Terraria Calamity mod equivalent for Minecraft? You know what I mean? Like, I could see that working and being really nice. Terraria Calamity, but Minecraft. And you could like, oh, you could do so much with that idea. Well, no, hold on. Terraria? Yeah, Terraria. The Calamity mod pack. It's probably the most popular Terraria mod out there. Like, period. You ever heard of that? Ah, damn it. Literally the most popular mod and best in terms of quality. Exactly. Something that I had a thought about a while back, and I keep thinking about it when I play Minecraft, is why hasn't nobody made an equivalent mod like that, but for this game? Like, we got mod packs, but funny enough, the best thing about that mod is the OST. Kinda not on the... I kind of agree on that. I like the music. Great. Hold on. I like the music in it, but I don't know. I love the gameplay too. Like, they tweaked so much about the gameplay to make it like work, and I think it's really good what they did. So like, it surely can't be that hard to do that with fucking Minecraft. Like, really, it can't be that hard. People are out here making mods to, like, give you an AK-47 and bullshit like that in this game. So, how is it so hard to suddenly, you know, just add new mobs, add new blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, you could do so much, and yet they just haven't. When it's like $1 million idea sitting right there, just being like, hey, this could be great. This could be great, but nobody's doing it. I think that sort of looks good. Like a ring around, and then you got the path. Path could use a little bit of a fixer-upper. Starts the stripe, and then expands over to here. Maybe I could just have that basically. I mean, there's some mods that kind of done that. Like, yeah, I get that, but they're not the same, if that makes sense. Like, they're all about, like, oh, we're gonna get you to creative mode gear, and you're gonna be like, oh, it's like you're creative mode, but you're not. And it's just like, oh, we're gonna turn you invincible over time with all this bullshit, or something like that. I don't know. When what I'm looking for is something straight up like Terraria Calamity mod. Like, you progress up, you beat the final boss, and then you go past the final boss to go, like, do other cool things. So many interesting ideas. All of which have never been explored in Minecraft. Feels like Minecraft with Terraria gimmicks somehow. Damn. I mean, that's fair. I guess what I'm asking for is like... It's like a mod to make progression different. Like, make how you progress through things different and, like, add more, I guess. You progress through more, you do more. You know what I mean? And, like, after you beat the final boss, the Ender Dragon, it's not just like, oh, well, that's it, go do whatever. Like, you're done, bye. Fucker. You know what I mean? Because it really does just feel like the progression in Minecraft is you go to the Nether after getting diamonds. Yeah, that's basically it. Go farm Enderman for like 2 hours and then come back when you have the eyes. And then you just sort of go beat up a dragon, call it a day. And here we are. Like, fuck. Stop it. I better get another axe. I mean, technically, it's no actually supposed to be a sandbox in the first place. I get that. But still. If it's meant to be like a sandbox type game, then, like, I don't know, give us more. There's already a lot, yeah, but not in the right way, if that makes any ounce of sense. There's a lot, but there's not a lot. I don't know how else I can describe it. I really don't.
There's a couple of hot dogs in here if you want them.
Alright. Oh my god. Why is this game just taking the excuse to shit on me right now? I'm trying to talk. Well, you get what I mean, right? There's a lot of items, a lot of building, a lot of yada yada. But then you go past that, and it goes from, like, okay, there's a lot of stuff, but there's not a lot of stuff. Oh my fucking god. This is just getting annoying, man. I mean, the bed's right there, yeah, I know, but fucking hell. I think the gameplay is simple, but not in-depth. That is the best way I can describe it. That is the best description of it I've heard, dude. Like Terraria, it's simple, very simple. but it's so much more in depth than Minecraft. Like crafting, you literally just walk up to a bench and then just like open your inventory and you click a few buttons and boom, you've got stuff. Call it a day. But in like Minecraft, you've got like you're supposed to like move the items around in the grid and make it work that way. It's like okay. I get it. I get where you're coming from. And you might see that and just go like, well, Terraria is easily the simpler game, and that if that's the case, which true but not, because Terraria you still have got like a whole bunch of like different crafters for other things, and like it's just more from less. It really is just an example of like depth versus not having that depth. And Terraria has the depth, where Minecraft does not. Oh my fucking god. Go the fuck away. How did I get poisoned from that far away? Fuck off. What is this horse shit? Oh my god. Well, I'm right here, so I don't care. But still, fuck off. I will just punch your ass to death. I don't give a shit. Yeah, fuck off and drown, you little shit. If I die again, I don't care. My bed is right there. And that means it's no mobs are close enough, so I'm fine. It's a stupid comparison, but look at Half-Life and Gmod. The gameplay is super simple. There's so many ways to progress and have fun in general. No, I get exactly where you're coming from. Like, Gmod, sure, it's, you know, a mod of Half-Life. But even looking at the original-ass Half-Life, there's a lot to do there that you can make to make it work well. Oh my god, what the fuck is going on? What is this horse shit? There's a lot, but there's not. Like in Half-Life 1, even its remake of Black Mesa, you've got like all of those different levels, and there's tons of different ways to like progress. You choose your way to fight through things. Even though the main path is the same, there's still a lot to it. It's got its mechanics down pat. And Gmod is, well, it's Gmod. I don't. What do you want me to say? It's Gary's mod. Everybody knows Gary's mod. You know Gary's mod. I know Gary's mod. We all know Gary's mod. I don't feel like I really need to describe Gary's mod to you, right? And if I do need to describe Gary's mod to you, then, buddy, you need to look it up. But at the same time, I get where you're coming from, and I do agree. Like, there's a lot, but there's not, and there's tons of different ways to do things and all that. And then you look at most relevant sandbox game in the history of video games, true. You might say, like, oh, that goes to Minecraft. Minecraft's a whole lot more, like, people know it a lot more than Gmod. Yeah, but when was the last time you saw, like, I don't know, any sort of animation that wasn't straight up, like, a computer animation out of Minecraft? Like, when's the last time you saw, like, people moving around their, like, models and stuff like that and having fun with it from Minecraft? You don't. That's the thing. Like, that's just an example, but it gets the point across pretty well, I like to think. Here's the thing, Minecraft is so relevant because of mods and server and YouTube's, not the game itself. True. I first found out about it due to Dan TDM. And then I was like, oh, I really want to play it because it looks so good, yada yada. And now here I am. First found out about it through him, and then, you know, rest is history with that. But that is true. It never really was the game itself that got things popular. It was just the people talking about the game that got it popular. Okay. This is gonna be a wild thing to say, but it's like Skyrim. Like back when it was like newer and stuff, Skyrim was the shit. You heard it talked about all the time, and for good reason. I've played it, and I can say that it's okay. Just okay. And like, it's like, yeah, actually I miss the golden age of Dan TM. Funny enough, I know Roblox through him instead. That's also fair. He did have a short little Roblox series that was pretty funny. So, hey, can't blame you there. But Skyrim fits in that comparison of the mods thing pretty well, I'd like to think. It really does. Especially nowadays, because, like, if you ask someone about it back when it was new, people would be raving about it. They'd be like, whoa, this game is amazing, you need to play it. Like, yada yada. But if you ask them about it now, it's like, oh, this game is amazing. Here's a big mod list so you can understand the best way to play it. Instead of, here, play the base game. Or something like that. Like, you never hear the base game of Skyrim talked about it much anymore. You only hear about the modding scene. Same with Minecraft. It kind of lost its punch, if that makes sense. Where it went from this cool adventure game and all of that to this cool adventure game if you install the right mods. Not to mention the stereotype of mods for Skyrim too, but we don't talk about that. Because I'm not kidding, like, if I were to ask any of my friends who'd played Skyrim on PC, like, hey, it's like, do you recommend Skyrim? And they'd probably say yes, and then show me a mod list. Like, yes, but you should install these, it makes the game so much better. Instead of just being like, yeah, get the game, play through it, it's good. Skyrim was the top of the chain, and then kind of fire, and then it ran out. It did. Like, I hold the opinion that Skyrim is not good. Not that good. I know, nuts thing to say, haha, yeah. But, especially with the stuff that, with the modern state of it, I kind of think that it died and people don't realize that. Like a wild comparison that I personally make. A while back, Xbox released a game called Avowed. You might have heard of it at some point. You might have. Oblivion was better, but people are most nostalgic for Skyrim too much. That too, I've heard that a lot more, especially nowadays with the Oblivion remake. People are saying like, wait, no, this was just better, and we'd forgot. But recently I played a game called Avowed. It was by Xbox, Microsoft, all them, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt when you hear that part, but stupid thing not locking my mouse. But I think it's really good, mainly in the combat. One of my biggest gripes with Skyrim was the combat. Oh my god. 1 second. Ugh. Anyways, as I was saying, one of my biggest gripes with Skyrim is its combat. Like, you've probably experienced it too yourself if you've played the game, but the combat in Skyrim kind of just feels like you're swinging at nothing until a health bar at the top of the screen just happens to say, oh, you won. Like, it doesn't feel like you're doing much. The enemies don't have much reaction, and when they do, most of the time, it's because you either, like, are gonna two-shot them, or something along the lines. You know what I mean? And, like, the magic. The magic in Skyrim is too in-depth, in my opinion. Like, there shouldn't be a million different classes and schools of it and whatever. This isn't D&D. And there shouldn't be, like, 100 individual levels of each. I shouldn't have to sit there purposely, like, burning myself and then healing it off just to level up my healing spells skill to level 100 so I can actually use it in combat effectively. I shouldn't have to be sitting there just, like, going up to, like, every single enemy in the entire game and just spamming one fire spell at them just so that way they'll die. And just that way I can get my level up on that. I shouldn't have to be sitting there going like, oh man, I should really be trying to use magic because every enemy in the game, for some reason, is like really, really resistant to magic stuff. And it's like, meanwhile, in fucking Avowed, I'm having a great time with the combat. It's like, it's fast. Your hits feel like they've got, you know, the weight, the punch, everything to do with it. You feel like you're actually having combat. You've got like a good dodge. You've got a block, and eventually you can unlock yourself a parry. There's so much to it. To the point where, like, if I went back to go play Skyrim, even in the first areas, I'd be bored out of my mind. I'd just be bored with the combat. Meanwhile, in goddamn Avowed, I'm just sitting here, like, doing all sorts of cool sword stuffs, and, like, sure, casting a few spells, but not too much, because they're a little too powerful sometimes, and I like the combat that much. It's just a matter of nostalgia blindness, I think. Like, I will be the first to admit that I'm nostalgia blind to some things. Very much so. One of the things I'm nostalgia blind to is, some, like, bad Sonic games. Namely Sonic the Fighters, which I will stand by this. I don't think it's that bad. But people view it as bad, so, And, like, Sonic 3D Blast. I think those games are great. Even though I know they aren't great. If that makes any sense. Like, I know they aren't good, but I feel like they're good. And I'm not trying to just suddenly diss Skyrim a ton and just go like, oh, it's really awful and you people just haven't realized it. No, 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 no. 100% not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, I realize that Skyrim could be better, but you can't keep talking up the base game as if it's, like, the game of all time if you're telling people to go install mods to make it the game of all time. Let's see, where is this? Here? You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna see me recommend someone Minecraft on any console or whatever, and then tell them, like, oh, you've got to install, like, 30 mods to make it better. Like, you're not gonna see me do that. Because Minecraft on its own is really good. Or Terraria. Terraria on its own is really good. They've both got their good amount of content. They've got all sorts of stuff. And while Skyrim has its content, sure, its content kind of feels like it gets dragged down after a while. Like, it might have 1,000,000 quests and, like, 1.5 million quests. That, I know it doesn't, but it feels like it's got an absolute shit ton of quests. And, like, sure, a lot of them might have, like, cool in-depth stories and, like, interesting ideas about them and stuff. But at the end of the day, it kind of drags after a while, especially with, like, leveling up and everything. Because, and I'm gonna bring up Avowed again. In Avowed, you level up really slowly, yes, but they have enemies separated into these, like, tiers, where, like, in the easier parts, the earlier parts of the area that you're exploring, let's say the enemies are tier 1. Like, okay, sure, enemies are tier 1, that makes sense. They're just your average foes, and it's like, okay, what happens on a tier up? Well, they get stronger, they might introduce more variants of said enemy, stuff like that. It's not stuff like, oh, we're gonna just make them health sponges for no reason whatsoever other than, fuck you, they just take more damage to kill now, ugh. Meanwhile in Skyrim, like, you'll be doing every quest you can, you'll be feeling like you're good and powerful, like, you've reached level, like, 8. Let's just say you've reached level 8. You've got, like, a good amount in your sword skills, mainly one-handed swords. And you've got, like, a little bit of magic and some heavy armor. Not too much in the magic, though, or something like that. Like, you're trying to go for a physical build or whatever. So then you decide, like, hey, I'm gonna go do the main story quest. Namely, the one part where you have to climb up this mountain to go to these people called the Greybeards to learn how to scream at people, right? It's called shouting, but you're literally just standing there going, Fustro da. That's screaming at people as far as I'm concerned, and I find it really funny. But, like, you're like climbing up it, so it's like, okay, I feel like I'm prepared for all these enemies. I've been fighting well. I've been getting my strength up. I've been doing everything right. You start to go up, and then you immediately get bodied by, like, one of the basic enemies on the trail. Which, that's his personal experience. I personally did get really high leveled. Well, not really high leveled, but almost double-digit levels, and then decide, like, okay, I'm ready for main story. I'll go progress the story a little bit, see what's up. And then I get up, feeling like I'm doing everything right. Oh, fuck, I fucked it up. And then I just get fucking bodied by just, like, a random enemy, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, I guess I wasn't powerful enough. Sure. Meanwhile, I'll sit here and play, like, Avowed, and even though the enemies that I'm fighting might be, like, higher tiered, and they might feel like they're a little damage spongy because I don't have good enough gear, I'm having, like, a great time just fighting because it feels fun to fight. And you might say, like, oh, well, Skyrim isn't all about fighting, you know, it's about the exploration. Not really. Skyrim's got a lot of great exploration, I'll give you that. But a lot of that great exploration feels like you're playing, and this is going to be a really weird comparison, like you're playing We Happy Few. Because in that game, and in Skyrim, there's a lot of times where you'd, like, let's say you don't have enough money for a horse and you don't want to steal one because you're doing, like, a good guy run or something like that. I don't know. You're just, like, you're just running along a path, stopping and walking to get your stamina up, running along a path, stopping and getting your stamina back up, running along a path, stopping and getting your stamina up, and then you eventually get there after, like, 20 minutes of just that. Bro, I haven't heard of that game in forever. What, We Happy Few? I love that game to bits, but it really does feel like the exact thing I just described of a lot of the times of just, like, run, walk to get your stamina, run, walk to get your stamina, run, walk to get your stamina, and then you just, like, keep doing that until you eventually get to your objective point. And then when you do, you're like, oh, thank God, I'm finally at my objective point, only to learn that you need to go do something else, too. Let's go with 3. 1 second. One second. Oof. At least We Happy Few isn't focused on gameplay. That's true. That's very true. I decided to stick through We Happy Few so much because I was like, dude, this story is awesome. Like, they nailed the story in We Happy Few so easily. Heck, they even nailed it really well with a lot of the side quests in that game. And it's just like, the story is fantastic, world building too. Exactly. It's some of the best that I've seen in the business. And I'm being literal. It really is some of the best storytelling and everything that I've seen in a long time, even compared to nowadays. Oh shit. But then it's like, you look at Skyrim. Like, really, be honest here. The story in Skyrim isn't that good. That might sound like sacrilege, but please. Skyrim only got carried from the previous game. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. Like, people loved Oblivion, so they were like, oh, Skyrim's gonna be great. And then they played it, and they were like, yeah, Skyrim's great, because they were remembering all their good memories from Oblivion. Not because they were remembering their, you know, Skyrim memories. Okay, gonna need to make... No, you whore. What a bitch. Whatever, I got the planks. It's fine. It's not fine. I'm pissed. Okay. But I agree with you there. Skyrim did definitely get carried by Oblivion's success. And people were just like, oh, it's great because that one was great. Not realizing that it actually has a fair few flaws. Hold on. There, like that. Yeah, that looks good. And again, I'm gonna say it. Skyrim story, not that good. Really not that good. Like, let's go over the Skyrim story. It's like, you're about to be executed for crimes that you didn't even commit. It wasn't even really a crime, I'm pretty sure. It was just sort of like, I don't know, you were just trying to, like, go leave the country or something like that, and they were like, oh, he's a spy, kill him. Something like that. You got unfairly tried, even though you weren't doing anything wrong. Okay, well, that's bullshit. But then, just as you're about to be executed, you get saved because a dragon, which apparently dragons haven't been around in, like, almost 100 years or something like that, just decides he's going to show up and torch everyone, including trying to kill you. So then you just decide to, well, leave. Go somewhere safe if you can manage it. And as you're going, you make your little decision of, oh, I want to go with the night guy, or I want to go with the guy who was talking to me in the carriage. Basically just, do you want to go with the guy who was going to murder you, or the guy who wasn't going to murder you? So you go with either or, make it make sense, and just because. And then you just get out, and it's like, okay, got time to go explore the open world a bit. So you do, and then you find out it's like, oh, Big Dragon is resurrecting old dragons that were dead. Like, that's weird, that's concerning, we better put a stop to that. And that's it, that's the story. Go find a way to beat up the big old dragon, and don't die. That's really it. Is it more in depth? Yeah, there's a lot more like minor things in the story that I definitely didn't talk about. 100%. But you gotta be honest. That's the whole of the story. Like right there, what I just said. You find out this old dragon who is like from an ancient war long ago, is reviving other old dragons that were dead for a long time. And then you gotta just be like, alright, we're not gonna let him do that anymore, so you have to go kill him. That's it. You realize shit's going on, and you're like, I'm not gonna let that happen, so you have to go and not let that happen. Whoop-de-doo, I guess? Meanwhile, in something like We Happy Few... let's go only 2 of these. In We Happy Few, I don't think I could summarize the story anywhere near that easily. And that's not me trying to be like oh, I'm picking my battles. I'm picking to rag on this game, but not rag on this game. It's like a genuinely, I don't think I could. Like, I'll try and give it my good summary thing like I did just in Skyrim. Okay. In We Happy Few, it's set in a just post-World II Britain, but in this, like, alternate timeline type deal where, like... Where I'm trying to remember here. It's set in this, like, alternate timeline Britain, where instead of... I don't even know if this timeline is like they won or they didn't. I don't actually remember that. But it's a a dystopian Britain where you have to take happy pills to feel happy and see the world as such. And if you don't, you're labeled as an outcast, sent to go live in the plague-ridden wastes, and you just gotta hope to God you survive. That's it. It's a world of blending in, and if you don't, you're cast out. Reminds you of a movie? Oh, probably one that I haven't seen. But then there's like this other part with We Happy Few story. It's like, that's the overarching story. Because you play as 3 separate characters throughout the entire game, you kinda can't go over the full story. Because, like, you start the game as character 1, and you learn his whole deal. All that, yeah. And then you go to play as character 2, and you learn her whole deal. And then you start the game as character 3, and then you learn his whole thing. It's like, there's a lot more to it, because there's a lot more to do. What? Hold on. What?
So why are we pooping on the floor?
Yeah, I heard that part. Did one of them really just?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The floor needs to be mopped. Curtains and fucking scrubbed off.
I'll be done in about 20 minutes. So, I'll be able to help. Oof. Anyways, you were saying? Something reminded you of a movie? Probably one that I haven't seen, if I had to be honest. You know, Clockwork Orange. Everyone has to smile, and those who don't are tortured mentally, and by the end, having their mind trapped in their own body. Ew. Yeah, I can't say I've heard of that one. That's, pretty fucking intense sounding. Jesus. Yeah, no, never heard of that one. What the fuck are you doing under there? Get the fuck out. Yeah, that's what I thought. I can't say I've heard of that one, but that does sound really fucked up. Fucked up and weird and like, oh god. Anyway, it's time to actually start arranging the base. In like a way that makes sense. Looks like we got our path up here. Yeah, that could work. I'll just dump these stairs in here. I'm not gonna need 2 stairs for anything soon, so I'm just gonna use them for smelting. I mean, what am I gonna use it for, huh? Something like this. Oh, that's gravel. Yippee. It's even more fucked up when the protagonist is a motherfucker, no doubt, and the whole movie is him enduring slowly painless torture and giving up by the end. Oh, Jesus. It doesn't even end on a good note. That's fucked up, man. Good lord. Man, some movies are really fucked up, aren't they? Some movies are really fucked up. I do not. Sheesh. People really do just come up with an idea and are like, yeah, people want to watch that. And it's like, like, I don't know, guys. Very fucked up. What's your favorite movie of all time? Ooh. It's probably split between 2 movies that are decently old, but I just grew up with them and love them to bits. It's either The Polar Express.
Well, Gizmo stole it and now it's lost.
Stole what?
For Zapper?
Of course. It's either The Polar Express or Meet the Robinsons. Both are animated, though one of them doesn't look like it is. And I know, odd picks, but they kind of are. They're really good. I'll gladly go back and sit down and watch them again because I love them. Meet the Robinsons is a really good movie. Yep, exactly. Let's start filling some of this in with dirt. Make it look nice. It's also very anti-Disney despite being a Disney movie. Yeah. You know what would be neat? Meet the Robinsons World in Kingdom Hearts 4. Like, hell yeah. I'd be all over that one. I mean, they did a Toy Story one, so, you know, that's not too outlandish to ask. Anytime I think about that movie, I always do think, like, have to, like, remind myself, like, no, yeah, it is a Disney movie. Because sometimes I'm like, is it a Disney movie? And then I'm just like, no, it is. It's like Tron. Apparently Tron is Disney. And that's still pretty weird to think. Because I never would have thought it was. But it's in Kingdom Hearts 2, so it's Disney. I honestly never thought about it until I played KH2, and I was like, wait, what? It's like, wait, Tron's Disney? That doesn't make sense, and then it is. You go look it up, and you're like, wait, I guess it is. Have you ever watched Rise of the Guardians before? I think I might have. Didn't it follow, like, an interpretation of Jack Frost, where he's just, like, a dude with ice powers, or something like that? Super underrated, personally favorite movie, yes. Okay. Then I'm thinking of it right. I remember it, but I don't remember it, if that makes sense. Because, like, I remember that part about the movie where it's like, oh, it's just Jack Frost, but he's a different interpretation rather than just being like, look, it's a snowman, or something like that. I knew I remembered that. I knew I remembered it right. It's been forever and ever since I've seen it. Come on, just... There we go. But I know it. So, hey. At least I know my good movies sometimes. I'll admit, a lot of times I don't know movies. I'm not a movie buff, that's for certain. Definitely not a movie buff, but whatever, man. I just like movies sometimes. Perfect. Now we make another chest. Put it right here, and then... Ah, I thought that'd work. Usually it does. Whatever. Alright, now to start sorting a little more. And by start sorting, I mean... we'll get it figured out later. For now, I'm gonna need this stuff so I can make a hoe. Perfect. I remember watching that Rise of the Guardians movie once a long time ago. And never again. But I do remember it being pretty damn good. I just haven't seen it in forever, so you know. You know how it is. Let's just make this look nice. Here we go. I got a good farmland spot. What's your favorite place to build your house in Minecraft? It's very dependent on the world. It's dependent on what I find, and I just get hit with a little bit of inspiration out of nowhere, and I'm just like... I'm like, oh yeah, I can see that working really good and looking nice. But mainly, anywhere, you know, flat-ish mostly. And if it's something like mountainous or whatever, then it just involves me thinking outside the box more. My current base is in a mine. Yeah, that... Like, I've never built something like that. But I imagine it's pretty neat. I just like my bases to be, you know, plainsy. Somewhere where I can easily, like, expand it and not have to worry too much about, you know, random crap happening. And I like them to look natural. Like, you know, it's been mostly unchanged by me and I've just sort of built on top of it instead of moved it around to change it up. So like if I'm breaking pieces of wood or whatever like that, or pieces of dirt, I'm gonna try and like make it look like it matches the environment around and like looks like it's still dirt that's naturally going around rather than just like I shoved a whole chunk in the middle of nowhere. I think it'll reach, but just in case. I'm gonna need some lily pads to put on top of those. We're build their house in the swamps to get the mine checks. No, no, no. I feel like you can make a good house in a swamp. You just need to be very creative. You would need to be very creative to do a good one. But I could genuinely see someone coming up with a good swamp house. It just would, you know, take a lot of effort to make look good. But I could see it. Maybe like a big tree house type deal, you know? Like a big tree house in the bayou type of look. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see something like that working, but it would just take a lot to convince me. Although I'd never personally do it. Alright. Time to keep replacing more gravel. Slowly but surely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, my idea for this place here is like replacing all of this gravel with dirt and all of that to give it the feel of like nature came back rather than it just being gravelly, craggy, blah. It's like nature came back and took it back over and stuff. Like that's my idea for what I'm doing right here. Specifically with this part of replacing all of it. Cause like look at all of this. That looks kind of like crap. It'd look better if it was, you know, green. You know, grass, not gravel. I don't know. It really does just depend on the world scene, like wherever I feel like I get struck with inspiration on somewhere to build a house. Like maybe I'll build it here. Speaking of nature, my dilemma feels like it's stupid that people called moving trees from forest to other places planting. What? I've never heard of that one, unless I've maybe heard it under a different name before. What do you mean? Do you mean like they uprooted a tree from the forest and then just sort of replanted it in front of someone's house or something? Or am I hearing this wrong? Because what? I don't like, say they're planting, all I did was just move a tree to another place. Okay, so basically what I said, but they call it replanting instead of something else. Okay. That does sound really stupid. But that's not how it works. Like, if you're a gardener, you don't move a flower from one pot to another and say like, "Oh, I planted that on my own." It's like, no, you didn't. You probably bought that from the store and put it in a garden pot in your own home. You didn't grow that. That's not how it works. Or release 30 million trees or something like that? Yeah, it's literally like something like that. Jesus. Once I get a watermelon. What do you want? don't need those now because I got the pumpkins. Let's just plant these here. Wheat seeds. Jeez. So like what's your usual goal when it comes to like planting or farming and animals and stuff like that in Minecraft? Like what's your goal? For me, my individual goal is generally to get like one of everything, if that makes sense. At least. Like, I get a few sugarcane, I get a few potato, I get a few carrot, and, like, have good plots out for each of them. Like, I'm setting up a little spot that I'm gonna just wall off for... that I'm gonna wall off for beetroot, you know, right here. And then we've got, like, potato stuffs. Like, I don't try to go too huge right away. Like, here will be a good spot for melons. Well, maybe. But, you know. At least I think this is all the plants that you can get. Beetroot, wheat, carrots, potatoes... And I think that's it. And watermelons and pumpkins too, but I got pumpkins already. Sheesh. When I heard about that Mr. Beast team trees, whatever thing, I was like, wow, that's really nice. He's finally using his wealth for something, you know, good. He's going around and replanting a ton of trees that were cut down through various reasons or whatever. And it's like, wow, that's great. And then you hear about it more, and you're like, It goes from, wow, that's great, to, oh, that's fine, I guess. Okay, I'm not gonna waste coal right now. It's just a few pieces of wood. No point in wasting the coal on that. Jeez. There we go. Now just... good. Let's get 4 pieces of charcoal for some good torches. At least. All good. I still got 14 gravel. Get that out of here. I'm sick of this. Where was it? Stone. 8 of it. So I can make bricks. Make some slabs. Oh wait, I should probably make some fences again. Spruce fence. And torches. I forgot about that part. Here we go. Jeez. Alright, now all I need to do now, really, when it comes to getting all this stuff, is to just, you know, get the cows and the chickens and shit. All the animals. And then I'll be set for life. And be able to actually do stuff with this stuff. Oops, can't forget this. And I'll be able to have my farms correct. Rather than just, nothing. Well, you know what? Let's have it only one high. Like it just stands just a little bit above. That could look nice. I know, like, building your shit like this doesn't exactly mean anything, but I never really cared. I don't care if my buildings don't do much. I like how they look. Shit. You know what I mean? This even applies to, like, most games where you're able to build stuff. Unless it's something where the building is really annoying, like I'm playing, like, Grounded or something, and it's like, I don't want to spend all my materials on that. I want to, like, just have it look nice. I don't want to spend all my materials and, like, have to go back out and go do all this crap to get stuff like that. Nah. If it's something like this, I will gladly just, like, spend hours away building random crap just because I feel like it looks nice. You know? Anybody else ever got that feeling with it? With games like this? Because that's how I feel. Even if it doesn't matter half the time, I just want to build something nice. I saw someone point out, it's like, it's literally the dream of young people nowadays, including myself. We'll never be able to own a house because the housing prices are so high here in America that the easiest escape is to build something in Minecraft, because then you feel great about it and you're like, it's mine. It's all for me. Nobody can take that away from me. Which I feel like is fair. Hey, that is actually already starting to look better with all that green down there. Maybe I could just go, like, find somewhere and mine a ton of dirt. Hold on. Oops, that's the brewing stand. 1, 2. And 1. Oops, I didn't mean to take all the sticks. 1, 2. Put it here. Get this. Pull that up. And do that. And there we go. Shovel. Now hop down. And I need to place a lot of sugarcane. Why is this cow fluffy? I like it, but why? Uh-oh, I gotta sneeze. Wait. Ugh, it always feels good, yet it feels bad to let a good sneeze out. Because you're like... Because then you're left there like, oh, that feels great. But at the same time, you're like, oh, I sneezed. If that even makes sense. If that even makes sense, dude. I think it makes sense the way I'm thinking about it, but I don't know, to each their own. Yeah, there's gotta definitely be some extra dirt I can just mine away here that doesn't need to quite be here. Oops, nope, not that piece. Oh, here we go. Oops. There we go. Now we should have a good amount to start spreading that greenery around even more. Ooh, boy, we're going to have a lot. And then I could easily come back down around here and just flatten this part out a little more if I ever need anything extra. Like, I like to keep it natural. Yet at the same time, I also like to make things look better. Here we go. Almost done. Should be over a stack and a half at this point. Maybe even 2 stacks. I can start mining out a ton of gravel too, and then filling it in with dirt and make it look better. Thank God these hills are rolling. Up two, hup, two, hup, two. Hi, Gizmo. Dum dee dum da da dum. There we go. Already, I already feel like it's looking better, and the grass hasn't even started to grow in yet. This really does just give me the good vibes of, like, restoring nature, but in a good way. Yeah, get fucked, skeleton. And it didn't burn all the way. Of course it didn't. Can't have anything nice, huh? Fuck off, you little fucking shit. Stupid children. Yeah. Should fill in this part too. Make sure it looks connected. I've always just been a fan of the natural stuff. Making it look, you know, like nature is there and I just built around nature instead of on top of nature or something. I think it just makes things look better to make it look natural. In most cases. Sometimes I like to go all out and make like a cool wild base or something like that, like cover stuff up, yada yada, but that's generally only in the modded scenes. And even then, I usually end up going underground. You know what I mean? I just end up making an underground base because I just feel like it. 3, 4. Ugh, thank God this is quick to mine, at least. Come on. And quick to replace, too. This will be like a good marker for how I'm doing with the streams, huh? Like, I'll fill this in slowly every stream with dirt rather than anything else. Screw it, I'm gonna go to bed. Don't want to have that stupid mob spawn and ruin my life when I'm busy trying to do anything nice. There is nothing nearby. There's nothing around me. What, up there? Oh my fucking God. And I haven't made, like, a proper spot to do anything about this. Here, there, it's suddenly better now. Fuckers. Go away. Well, you helped, but not in the way I wanted. There. Random dirt patch in the middle of nowhere because the creeper decided it wanted to blow up for no reason whatsoever. And connect it to grass. There, now grass will grow. I think this is going to mean that mobs will actually start naturally spawning in more around these parts. Because I think mobs will don't spawn on gravel, but they spawn on, like, grass and stuff. So, you know, if I fill it all in with grass, then the mobs will start spawning. And if the mobs start spawning, then I get the friendly stuffs. Fuck off. Anyhow, so far so good. I'd say everything's starting to look nice in this world. So, with that, that'll be the end of the stream today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop a follow. If not, I'm sorry. Have a good day, good night, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. And I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.